feliz. Quero ver chegar Lula lá.
Brilha uma estrela, Lula lá, cresce a esperança, Lula lá, o Brasil criança, na alegria de se abraçar, Lula lá, com sinceridade, Lula lá, com toda certeza pra você, meu primeiro voto pra fazer, brilha nossa estrela.
Lula lá, brilha nossa estrela. Lula lá, renasce a esperança. Lula lá, o Brasil criança, na alegria de se abraçar. Lula lá, com dignidade. Lula lá, o Brasil merece outra vez oportunidade pra sorrir e brilha nossa estrela. Lula lá, brilha nossa estrela. Lula lá, renasce a esperança. Lula lá, o Brasil criança, na alegria de se abraçar. Lula lá, com dignidade. Lula lá, o Brasil merece outra vez oportunidade pra sorrir e brilha nossa estrela. Sem medo de ser feliz, quero ver chegar Lula lá.
That's Lula, Lula, the new president of Brazil. Yes, this man won the elections against our Bolsonaro, the Brazilian myth, and they are talking right now. Let's see what they are talking about. Lula and Bolsonaro, they hate each other. They are talking about playing cards, learning cards, and training mooses. Can you imagine a chat between Bolsonaro and Lula, a vicious communist against the Brazilian president, still president of Brazil, that has a tear under his eye because he just lost the elections in this fantastic game made by Titan Sylvester. Lula is just a populist. He's a parasite. That's why I agree with MILEI 100% when he calls all people in politics just parasites, people good for nothing. And Bolsonaro just dyed his hair. I didn't tell him to do that, but sometimes characters in this game, they have a lot of personality. They do whatever they want to do, just like in a libertarian world. No, Lula has to work here, and he's bringing some wood. So in here, he cannot be a parasite of the state. He actually has to work for a living, like all of us need to do. The only person in politics that points the finger, that points in this direction that I've heard, is exactly Javier MILEI. He's a libertarian. He's an anarcho-capitalist congressman here in Argentina, and he has a good shot at becoming the very first libertarian president on the planet. So that's why I root for the guy. I do not agree with him 100%, but on this, I am behind Javier MILEI 100%. I've always despised people in politics. I always thought that they were just greedy and not very good people. They're just crooks. They want to be parasites, and that's it. There's nothing more than that. And MILEI, actually, he gives away his salary. If you win the jackpot, you can get Javier MILEI's salary. So he doesn't cost 1 cent, $1, 1 peso, whatever currency you want to call it. He doesn't cost anything to the state. And that's really consistent with the libertarian ideology, Yeah, after all, if taxes are theft, so how can anybody live with money stolen from the people to begin with? That tune, that little song in the beginning of my video was a very popular song. It is really nice. I actually admire that song a lot, although I do not like Lula very much. I think he's just a parasite. He's not a communist. He's not brave enough to be a communist. He doesn't want any change at all. He likes things just the way they are, where he can be, this vicious parasite of the state. He's dying. His hair now, our favorite. Oh man, he slept on the floor. Yes, in here, no state for you to parasite, you piece of garbage. In here, you're gonna have to work. You're just a slave here. You're nobody. So, but I'm going to be a nice person, and actually Bolsonaro is going to be a nice person and build you a nice bed, fix your bed so you can sleep and not sleep on the floor. You're gonna have your own room, a slave room, but you're still alive. That's all there is to it. Javier Milei is good with plants and construction. You need a character that is good with plants and construction when you start this really amazing game made by Tynan Sylvester, Canadian game, banned in Australia. I have no idea why, but in any case, here it is. Bolsonaro fixing Lula's bed. There, it's ready. Now you need to change this for slaves and then assign this bed for Lula as the owner. There you go. You just put a sign there. And you have to wake him up. So I give him draft and undraft. And now the next time he's going to bed, he's going to have his own bed and do not need to sleep on the floor. I'm going to keep, even my slaves happy because I need the work. It's just 3 people in my anarcho-capitalist colony in Lula is going to be a really big help for, so I can keep building my colony. I've changed the name because, he pretends to be a leftist just so he can be a parasite. He has tons of money. He has tons of privileges. He lives like a monarch. He was in jail, but at any case, he's back now as the president of Brazil. Brazil is lost. Brazil is a lost country. They have no idea what they want. The right wing keeps losing elections everywhere. You guys from the right should be ashamed of yourselves. You cannot win elections if your life depends on it. There was this talk on the midterms, the red wave. Oh, where is the red wave? Show me the goddamn red wave. There was no red wave. In fact, I think the Democrats are going to win the presidency again. I do not think Joe Biden is going to run, but Kamala Harris is coming for you. She's smart. She's black. She's so smart. She's really articulated, and she is going to be, as far as I know, the next president of the United States. So good luck for you, Americans. And Lula is grabbing a piece of meat. He promised free meat in Brazil. Can you believe that?
Nós vamos voltar a
Shameless.
comer picanha. É tudo que o povo quer, ratinho.
Goddamn shameless. Really, I despise people in politics. That's it for today.
Folks, there's more of what you've just saw where that came from. That's if you hit the subscribe and like button. Thank you. Really, thank you.
Sem medo de ser feliz, quero ver chegar.